Hello and welcome to this railway domain session as part of the buildingSMART International Summit, Singapore 2025. Thank you for joining us today. My name is John Proctor and I will be your moderator. Details of today's session are on the screen. This is Railway Domain Session 1, High Reliability Interoperability for Railway Stations. We will be hearing from Hei-Yu Ni and Dashung Li from CRBIM. The session is scheduled to last 90 minutes, including time for questions at the end. The session is being recorded and will be made available in the replay section of the event as soon as possible. Before I hand over to Hei-Yu, I'd like to remind you that this is a hybrid event. Online attendees, and welcome to people from Europe, for whom this is the middle of the night. Your microphones will remain muted for the duration of the session. If you wish to make a comment or ask a question, please use the chat box in the control panel and I will prompt you to do so. For attendees here in the room, please keep background noise to a minimum. And if you wish to make a comment or ask a question, please raise your hand and use a microphone. I'd also like to bring to your attention the information that is on the screen now, that buildingSMART is committed to ensuring that participation in the development of standards is unrestricted and the process for their adoption is transparent. And standards that are developed do not favour any particular provider, but are open, non-binding and accessible to all. Please take note of our antitrust code of conduct. With that, I'd like to hand over to Hei-Yu.
Dashung will make an introduction first.
I will hand over to Dashung.
Okay, thank you, John. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm the Dashung Li from the CRBIM, and this is my colleague Hei-Yu Ni. And today we will give some updates about the high reliable interoperability for railway stations. As you know, maybe this station project has been initiated in the end of the last year, and for now we have something updates, and so we are happy to show our achievements for now. So next I will pass it to the Hei-Yu, and he will give the introduction and the updates.
I will just use my
Okay.
test. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the last day of our summit, and I hope all you guys still have enough energy to engage into our section. At least the morning coffee will get you energetic enough, I guess. My name is Hei-Yu Ni, a BIM manager at CRBIM, and I'm really excited to share the updates of our HRS project here. Some of you may have joined our kickoff session last October, and some of you may first hear about this project. No worries, let's review about it.
This way. Sorry. Oh. Hi, sorry, we dropped out. We're going to just get the slides back up on the screen. Won't be a minute.
Okay. It's not changed.
No, it's not the one. Sorry. Yep, sorry, just bear with us a moment. Let's remove that. Let's go back to that. And slideshow. Start the slides again. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, apologies, we can continue.
Okay, let's get back. In 2023, CRB in Shanghai was set up, and our goal was working on the IFC for railway stations since we found that current IFC standard cannot fulfill the requirements of railway station in design, construction, and management. We wanted to have common standard that can be applied for railway station well. In the March of 2024, we started to investigate what we need for railway stations. We see railway station evolution bring challenges. We see beam application in China railway stations. We see different type of railway stations, and we see the complexity of modern railway stations. All these things indicate to beam use and lots of complex work. Thus, we conclude that we need a set of information exchange standard that can be recognized by the industry and can be applied on different type of railway stations. At the same time, we attended the BSI Spring Summit. We saw many good presentations and projects and got inspired by them. We also made our IFC for station activity proposal presentation. That was a remarkable event, which means our project officially started. In the April of 2024, we were honored to invite Ms. Leon, the BSI Technical Director, and You Shen, the International Project Coordinator, to our technical seminar. They shared a lot of knowledge of BSDD and IFC 5.0 and their relationship by suggesting us amending IFC with BSDD rather than touch the IFC 4.3, which will be harder and take a longer progress. After a full study of BSDD and its relationship with IFC, we accepted the suggestion and started to figure out how could we use BSDD amend the IFC standard, making it fit into railway station project well. From the April of 2024 to the September of 2024, we had done a lot of preparation work, including turning IFC for station plan into high reliable interoperability for railway stations plan. We finished the proposal and turned in the DPP. We got them reviewed on BSI RDSC meeting. We also made out our first international industry demand survey and finally got it approved within domain. With our efforts, we turned our project from BSI domain project into future BSI example domain project. The remarkable process got our project well known within the BSI. In the October of 2024, we attended the BSI Autumn Summit and made a presentation about our HRS kickoff session. How many of you guys have attended the presentation last year? Please raise your hands. Okay, I see about 20%. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being interested into our project and come again. We released the industry demand survey and called for participations as well. We also discussed the project schedule together. However, it might due to that we did not have a detailed plan and a sample. We did not get too many response from last time. I hope this time will be better. From the November of 2024 to the December of 2024, we have done a lot of work based on the feedback. We optimized and reversed the survey, formed a reverse draft, and republished it to obtain more accurate and consistent information. We also continuously collect the information from the update of the survey and summarize the requirements. Here is a whole plan and the milestones for our project. We have project application, international industry demand survey, industry demand analysis report, form a solution for railway station low interoperability problem, railway station data dictionary, validate the rail project, modify and perfect final version, release final version of the railway station data dictionary and IDS, promote application and international consensus. And we are currently at the red part form a solution for railway low interoperability problem. In case some of my audience might be out from BSI, please allow me to do a short introduction about BSI, FCC, and BSDD. Before getting into deep topic, BSI, as known as buildingSMART International, is a worldwide industry body driving the digital transformation of built asset industry. buildingSMART is committed to delivering improvement by adoption of open international standards and solutions for infrastructure and buildings. CRBeam has done a lot of job on IFC standard. We have made IFC 4.3 for energy, signaling, track, and telecom, which are all under the IFC real domain. They have all passed the ISO validation and work together to make IFC fit better in the real field. BSD can be seen as a complement to IFC. It usually has more detailed properties and classes, when the IFC usually has the core branches. They two work together to give user a unified but fitted information exchange experience. And here is a video shows how we want to use the BSDD to solve our problem about the information exchange during the station project. The example is not a station, but it shows the approach we want to use. So basically, we just plug in the BSDD into the software and use the BSDD to show some more detailed properties and classes. Thanks. And now let's go deep into our project. Firstly, I would like to share the motivation of our project. For the railway station, it is a very important component of railway industry. It connects the railway network and infrastructure and takes the responsibility of passenger transportation. It helps the region economic development and increase the urban comprehensive competitiveness. The standardization demands are increasing with increasing data interoperability, and it can be digital foundation for the smart city digital twin. The standards we have right now have limitation and could not fulfill those needs. We also have a huge market in railway. By 2023, we have built 45,000 kilometers of railways and 1,944 railway stations. We also have more than 50 railway stations under construction and planning. By 2035, the number will increase to 200,000 kilometers, and that's just for China, let alone the whole world. There will be more. However, lots of problems remains unsolved. The digital environment of the railway station requires a lot of customization work. Legal, region, and cultural differences lead to lower interoperability. The lack of interoperability poses challenges to asset management and decision making. The current IFC 4.3 does not meet the information required by the railway station projects. And for the project, our outcome is promote theory deepening and improvement, increase interoperability for station information, and promote computational data auto-processing. And our output is focused on practical result and application, create the best possible solution for railway station data standardization in terms of workflow, data exchange, and optimization. And our scope is global railway station projects, building smart products and service, and may also collaborate with airport domain in comprehensive transportation hubs. Here we can see our plan with cost estimate. We will do domain project application, demand analysis, railway station data dictionary, validation and modification, and expert consultations. The total cost will be around 2,807,367 euros. and the total time will be around 2 years. And we actually did the estimate based on the work hour and the labor cost. Here we can see from the first part is domain project application. It's a season 1. We got a task like railway station BSDD activity proposal draft, high reliable interoperability for railway stations project plan, and 2024 autumn summit kickoff sections. And the total cost for this part will be around 11,700. For second part, the demand analysis, we have a formal industry demand survey, release the survey on the 2024 Autumn Summit, collect feedback, form the industry demand analysis report, phase developable industry demand analysis report, call for participation, develop a work plan, schedule, and budget, and the total cost for this part will be around 39,000 euros. And for the railway station data dictionary part, and this is the most important part, it will last from season 4 to season 6, and there are like 6 tasks in this part, and the total cost will be around 156,000 euros. And for the validation and modification part, it's a large part. It's almost a large part of our project. It will be the season 7 to season 8, and there are 4 tasks in this part. The total cost will be around 52,000 euros. And for the project management and global promotion part, this part will last from the first season until the end of the season. It's a full process consultation, expert review meetings, and the total cost will be 28,667 euros. Okay, and next part will be our work basis. Our work basis on the experience of IFC 4.3 IFC real domain with energy, signaling, rail, telecom, and also basis on the railway station data exchange industry demand survey, and also the primary list of railway station classes, properties, and extra. Here we can see the HRS potential fields. We figure out the station may contain those fields, and we have lots of documents in China already, and our work will be find the what IFC is missing and define them into BSDD. And the railway station data exchange industry demand survey is also an important part of our workbase. It helps us collect the information about the basic information, characteristic, and information transmission needs for railway station project, application of current IFC and BSDD, willingness of participation, and opinion and suggestions. Now, we would like to share some updates about the BSDD composing after last kickoff session. From last kickoff session, a reverse version of survey has been published last December, and the FPP has been uploaded and to be reviewed. Finally, we have finished validating and uploading our first test version of the BSDD for railway station. We also got some new partners. PSI, ACC, and Siemens has confirmed to join us, and FCC also shows interest about our project, and we are currently planning the work assignments. And we divided the station project into 14 majors and assigned them to different professional teams, which are all from famous design or construction group in China. Each team has both completion and auditing works to make sure the results are consistent, at least for the railway industry in China. Our method is to use Excel template and the self-developed software to get JSON, then get the JSON file to BSDD website, validate and upload it. Here we can see that This is the Excel template on the right upside, and on the left downside is a self-developed software that can help us turn the Excel template into the JSON, and on the right downside is the final JSON file that made by the software, translated from the Excel template. And now we have made our first test version available on BSTD website. If any of you are interested, you can feel free to search the railway station on the BSTD website, and you will see our dictionary there. Right now, we have already uploaded a 9 dictionary about architecture, bridge, structure, HVAC, and extra. If you guys are interested, you can just search railway station, and they are on the list. And when we make the BSCD, our way is to make it based on IFC, use IFC 4.3 as a frame, locate the parent class, and only expand the parent class when the IFC 4.3 is missing. For example, we find that the CFT beam is not defined in the IFC 4.3, so we want to add this part into BSDD, and we found like the CFT beam is kind of child class of the beam, and we can find IFC beam in the IFC 4.3. So we define the IFC beam to be the parent class of the CFT beam, and the CFT beam to be the child class of the IFC beam, and we write the definition of CFT beam and get its properties, get it related to IFC. That's the way we do the PSTD for railway station. And also we define the unique child class for railway stations missing in IFC or special for railway stations, and define it as a child related to the IFC classes. For example, we find the VIP log kind of space is not defined in the IC 4.3, but exists in the station project. So we define the VIP log, as I said, related to the IFC space, be the child class of the IFC space, and write a definition, description, and has a unique URI and properties. However, there are still problems when we're making the BSDD. The first one is duplicate definition and classification controversy. And our work is based on the Chinese working experience and how could we make it international, and its lack of diverse participants. I think the best solution for those problems is call for participants and suggestions. If we got enough people join us for international, all those problems could be solved well. And next part, let Darshan introduce about the MOU.
Okay. That is like for maybe we are working for this MOU about maybe 2 months or 3 months, which is mean that every month there's a steering committee meeting about the railway domain, and we will talk about that how to like support the steering project. So maybe last month or maybe even earlier, we think we can prepare and the MOU, which means that the agree with the establishment of the station project. So the purpose of the MOU is that the steering committee members will formally endorse the this project and will promote the adoption of this project within their respective organizations and their networks. In that case, so today maybe we will to ask some the opinion or the perspective from the steering committee members, and maybe they are in person in this meeting room, or maybe they are online. But first, I want to start from the meeting room members, like maybe Stephen. Could you share your perspective about the establishment of this project?
Yes, good morning, everyone. Stefan Reiser, Swiss Federal Railways. Thank you very much for your presentation and for your very clear overview of the project. And I would also like to send you the best wishes from our colleagues from Austria and Germany who are attending online and who I am connected to via chat. So we are also discussing this. I think we are at a crucial point where we have to somehow integrate stations into the railway domain. And I see your need for mobility hubs, even though this might not translate to every country in the world. Having said that, as SBB, we endorse that there is activity in the railway domain, and we are happy to formally endorse this project for further development. Thank you.
Thank you. And next, maybe Tamu, could you share? Okay.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for your presentation. It was a very good work. Thank you. In Finnish Transport Infrastructure Agency, we haven't yet made any decisions, but we are also following, very interested about this project, and we are happy to work towards the starting process. Unfortunately, we haven't had any decision making yet, and we are discussing and reviewing, and we have changed the new steering committee member of railway station. Railway domain is Marian Schenkwein, but unfortunately she is not here, and I will get the messages of this project to Marian. Thank you.
Thank you. I think there are some steering committee members. They attend the meeting online. So if you would like to say something, you can left your comments on the chat box. And John, could you help me to check if they?
Yes, I'll have a look. I've just asked people who are online to make some comments. If steering committee members online are listening, which I'm sure you are, please do add some comments to the comment/chat box now, and we'll read them out in the room. Thank you. Don't know if you want to prompt them as well, Stefan. I think you were in contact with them. Thank you.
And I think in the meantime, we can start the QA part. So if everyone have any questions about this project, please raise your hand, and we will give the microphone to us. Okay.
Question from Leon coming up.
Yeah, Evandro has questions as well. I actually, since we were in a round of endorsements, I also wanted to add my positive endorsements and positive feedback about this project. So I think it's very well set up, very well prepared. You really know the problem and also have a very good solution direction. I also think the collaboration with the airport domain, who have been doing the same thing with airport entities projects, is very well done. So I'm confident that there's enough expertise also to execute this project to a success. So I know you're not looking for my endorsement, but I'm happy to give it as well. But I also have a question because you showed the example of the VIP lounge as a specific kind of space. You also mentioned the collaboration and the overlap with the airport domain. I can imagine that stations they're so dynamic. There are so many parts to it. Just like airports, they're almost like cities to themselves. I can imagine that there's a lot of overlap with a lot of other domains. Aren't you a little bit like nervous or anxious to to have to manage the overlap with all of the other domains?
Because for right now, we just search those. If we have overlap on the already published BSTD, we just search like VIP log on the BSTD. Maybe the airport haven't uploaded their BSTD on the website. So our way is just like, if we want to create this element or this class, we just search it on the website. If we see an overlap, we want to see the definition. If the definition fit our requirements and it's a public one, we might just use the link, use the reference to it. But as you said, the airport is making the BSTD is like also in process. Maybe after we work together with each other, we will solve the overlap problem. Because like the VIP log, I think usually just happens in the station and the airport, and I currently cannot imagine another schedule that will have the VIP log, something like this. And for the other elements, we just work together and yeah.
I will also add something about that, like because maybe in our slides we show that there's a potential to work together with the airport domain, and we'd like to maybe in the future to develop the BSD about the transportation hub. So that means we can solve the overlap the problem. And because for now there are about 5 the transportation hubs in China that will combine the airport with the railway station and maybe the subway and some other like the city crucial landmarks. So I think we can solve this problem, and we also will maybe require or request the help or the requirement from the airport domain, and then we can work together to solve or to find the way to solve these problems.
Sounds like you see it as a challenge instead of a problem. I like that. Thank you.
Thank you. So,
any other questions?
Yes.
Or suggestions, because like I mentioned some problems we have made. If you guys have any suggestion for us to make our project better, I think it will help us to push forward the project.
Well, question from me. So you showed the MOU that you have in progress.
Oh, thank you, Liam.
Thank you, Liam. I was wondering what the status of the MOU is. Are you looking for other parties to come on board and sign and agree the MOU? Or do you already have them ready to sign? Or indeed, is it signed?
No, it's we are preparing for that,
Okay.
and maybe later, maybe after summit, we will carry out a process that the railway station committee members can sign it, like maybe via the email or something like everything online. Yeah.
Okay. So you're in the process of getting railway domain steering committee members to commit to the project through the MOU?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay. Thank you. Yep. If there's any feedback that Deutsche Bahn or Austrian Railways wish to give us,
Okay.
Stefan tells me that you may well be writing, so the feedback will be coming in. If you have any problems using the comments in the chat box on the StreamYard Ring Central platform, then you can email me, John Proctor, or indeed Stefan Reiser, and we'll receive your comments that way. But please do provide any comments if you're able. In the meantime, any other thoughts, questions, or comments from the room?
Or suggestions.
Yep, or suggestions.
It looks like we don't have any more questions here. So if you have questions further or suggestions further, we will have our contact info about with the email, and you can send us an email about the questions or the suggestions. We are really looking forward to the suggestions because we want to work international with all you guys.
Exactly. Yeah. Because for now, we are working. We are developing this project or the BSDD in terms of the experience from the China, but we also need the experience from the Europe or maybe other countries so we can to work together and to develop the BSD, which will be adapted to the more and more countries. And because I think there are some huge difference between the Chinese railway station and other countries' railway stations. So it would be better if everyone could provide the experience about the railway station in other countries. Yeah.
So I just jump to next page. Nothing online.
Okay.
Okay, we will wait if there are more comments online. So let me just jump into next slides.
And that's the last but not least. So there's the USA World Congress on high-speed rail will be held on July 8th to 11th in China. So we'd like to invite everyone to join this this Congress because meantime there's Expo of the Modern Railway 2025 will be held. So we'd like to invite everyone, and if anyone is interested in this Congress, please let me know, and I will send the invitation, and so we can have a meet, or we can see each other in July in China, Beijing.
And for the last slide, this is our contact info. As I said, if you guys have any questions, suggestions, or the interest in cooperation, want to join us, please feel free to contact Da Shuang with the email or the phone number right here. Just feel free to bother him.
Just let me know. Okay.
Okay, so we've had a comment from our online participants, steering committee members. Franz Joseph Pierre says, thank you, Hayu and Dashung, for the presentation. Unfortunately, I cannot be in Singapore with you all, but please send us the MOU. You did already a lot of work, and we will definitely have a look at what you did and the MOU.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And Franz Joseph adds, greetings from Austria. Given it must be about 2 o'clock in the morning, Franz Joseph, thank you for staying up so late or getting up so early.
Yes, thank you very much. We are really appreciate that.
Okay, we have no further comments online at this time. Any final thoughts or remarks or suggestions from the room? No? Okay. I'm going to bring the session to an end. I'd like to thank Dashung and Hayu for their excellent presentation. Thank you to CRBIM. Thank you to all Railway Domain Steering Committee members. Look forward to the MOU for the project being signed and approved, and the project formally launched. Sounds like a very exciting project. As Leon said, it's not dissimilar to the Airport Entities project, and using the BSDD in the way that you've described is a good way ahead. So thank you. That concludes